Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us at Southern Crescent Women in Businesses, Girls in STEM and Entrepreneurship Camp. We believe that girls can do anything, and my name is Selah Lewis. Today we're going to be talking about what it means to be a Black teenage girl in today's world. Just to start off that conversation, I want to ask y'all, what are some things that you do to set boundaries within your relationships? That can be platonic, like your friends. How do you keep and maintain, respect and order?
Hi, my name's Khloe, and I would just make sure we communicate, because you won't know how someone feels or they won't know how you feel unless you tell them.
What about you?
Hi, I'm Trinity. Some ways I keep boundaries is I tell my friends or any relationship wise that if I don't like something, I tell them how to prevent it or what they could do to keep a distance between us respectfully.
You, Elise?
Hi, my name's Elise. I agree with both of the girls. I agree that we need to communicate, and if they do something that I don't like, then I just always gotta make sure to tell them what I don't like, and then we just could go over each other's boundaries, and so communication is the most important part of your relationship.
Yes, I agree. I think respect is a really big part of all of my relationships. I believe that it should be mutual, in that when people sometimes don't understand or have a concept of what's respectful to you, then lines can get blurred. But, keeping things open, communication, and wanting to hear the other person is important.
Do you feel like social media helps or hurts your self-esteem, and why?
I think that depends on how much you let social media influence you. Because social media can definitely be used for good. It can help you, motivate you, keep you on track. But then when you start looking at it from a toxic standpoint and you start comparing yourself or saying, I'm not good enough, so-and-so has this, that, and the third going on, and you get too much indulged in other people's lives and business, then it starts to be negative.
I agree with you. What do you think, Trinity?
I feel depending on how you view certain situations that social media can produce, if you want to look at certain people's images that they post, some people have a certain body, and you start comparing yourself to them, and I feel that can negatively impact you, because you start to be oh, I wish I had that, or why don't I look like
comparison.
them? Yeah. But I don't know, I feel it can really negatively impact you, but there are certain positive impacts that it does.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, you should never compare. It's all about mentality. You just need to tell yourself that you should just keep going, don't listen to other people out there, because they're not any better,
Yeah, I feel also limiting your screen time,
Yeah, to go off of that, how do you set boundaries with your phone and your online life? I know it's hard to, do that, but it's important to.
Yeah, I'm really trying to detox myself from social media, but it's extremely hard,
Yeah. What about you?
I don't know. I feel I just try and let me think for a second.
What about you?
I be on my phone 24/7, but my little breaks, I do go outside,
Touch some grass.
Look at the sky, the scenery.
Yeah. I mean, for me personally, I feel I definitely often get overwhelmed with social media. It's just a lot going on. And, you can get caught up in that, and you kind of forget about your own well-being. You kind of take too much time for and the phone can become a part of your daily routine, and I feel taking time for your own real life is important. So I try to make sure and be kind of proactive about taking breaks from social media, but, you know, I'll get back on, you know, post some, you know, all in it.
Yeah. I'll delete my apps from time to time.
Right. So, yeah, and honestly, I think that the whole social media conversation is a big topic just as a teenager in general. As a teenage girl, a lot of stuff is, you know, I feel like it's coming at us so like way harder because you have this certain expectation of how we should look and act and feel and talk, and it's just, yeah, sometimes you gotta shut it off.
Yeah.
So like, speaking of social media, have y'all ever compared your life to others online? How did that make y'all feel?
I feel like I've never compared my life, so to say, but like, let's say I'm at home for like, let's say I don't go anywhere, and then I see a whole bunch of people posting. It kind of makes me feel like, dang, I wish I was out somewhere.
Yes, like, that's real.
Yeah, but then I realize, like, it doesn't, sometimes you don't always have to be out, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely real for me. I feel like I have a thing where I need to be productive all the time. So when I see people being productive, I'm like, okay, I got to do something. I got to go. But realistically, that's not realistic. I mean, you can't always go, and you got to take time for yourself. So honestly, comparing yourself to others in general is never going to be a positive. So, yeah. What do you think?
I agree because, like, what do you gain from that? Like, okay, you can wish you was in that position. You can wish you were that person. You can wish you was there. But, like, if you wishing, like, what you gonna do about it? Like, okay, like, per se, like, say this person is, like, active. They go to the gym. They have, like, a routine, and you want that routine. You can't just sit there in your bed on your phone looking at their life saying, oh, I wish.
Right.
You better get up and do something. Like,
Right. What do you think, Elise?
Yeah, I definitely agree with all y'all, and I'm trying to do that habit to, you know, create a routine, because this summer I'm just definitely trying to change, you know.
Yes. Honestly, have you ever let go of a friendship for your own peace? Like,
yes, I have, definitely, because I just feel like they were, like, too negative for me. Like, they were always doubting. They was like, oh, I can't do this, or, like, yeah, I couldn't take it. Like, mentally, it's just like, girl, be happy. Like, what are you doing? Like,
how did you handle, like,
you know, I'm not a confrontational person, so I just, like, distance myself, and they end up pulling away too. And I also pray about it, like, Jesus, like, God, please, like, if this is not meant for me, please remove this peacefully with no problems.
Right.
You know.
Yes. What about you, Khloe?
I feel like I agree with the distance part, because when I feel like I don't, or me and a person aren't really clicking, especially because normally what happens to me, I get close to people really fast, and then I end up, like, in the long run, see, like, different mannerisms that I didn't really notice in the beginning.
Right.
But I often distance myself a lot, so I can, but it's in a friendly way. So I still have that friendship and bond without messing up or burning bridges.
What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely agree with the praying part that Trinity said. I do that often, and I've lost, like, a lot of people for my own good, you know, because, like, that's where boundaries come in. My friend wasn't respecting my boundaries, you know. She just kept, like, doing stuff that I didn't like, and it's like, you know, I don't really need to be her friend anymore.
Yeah. I've had friendships where I feel like it was, it just wasn't healthy. Like, I feel like there was some kind of something they had against me. So I had to remove myself, definitely. I don't like friendships that don't feel genuine, or they feel like, I don't know, they feel like it's work for me to be their friend. So I have to remove myself from that. But I always go about it peacefully, or I try to. So that's the best way, I feel. Trying to keep you don't got to keep the friendship to keep a kind of cordial relationship. So
what are some things y'all wish adults understood about our generation?
What do y'all think?
I wish that adults like understood that my silence does not mean I have an attitude. Or my distance doesn't mean like I'm mad. Like,
That's real.
I just want to be alone.
Right. Yeah, like sometimes it's really just I gotta take a minute, and it's not that I'm mad or that I'm upset, but I just need to be silent. Or I'm trying to think what's something else.
I know sometimes, like, my dad, he'll be like, when he was growing up, like, what I'm doing, or his parent would take it as, like, disrespect or anything. He can sometimes forget that, like, this is a new type of age, and we react to stuff differently without trying to be any type of rude.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes. And I feel like, you know, our parents or like certain people's parents, like everyone has like different mannerisms. So like what may be disrespectful to their parent might not be disrespectful to your parent. And I feel like they don't understand, like adults don't understand people grow up differently and like they were taught different things. So like, for example, like say someone's parent was like, they like to be called Mrs. or Miss or yes ma'am, no ma'am. Like certain other people, parents do not do that, and like they don't mean it disrespectfully. Like,
Yeah. Also, I think adults, they usually, you know, as kids or teenagers, they think that, oh, this is like the easiest time of your life, etc., etc. It's still a lot that we have going on. Like, even though it might not be bills and jobs, relationships, just friendships and pressure from social stuff, all of that, school, it's still pressure, and it might be coming from different places than what they have going on, but it's still stress. And when we're stressed about something, they're like, oh, you don't have anything to be stressed or worried about, but we do. So I think they should understand that as well. What do you think?
I definitely agree with all y'all, but it's like, I just wish, just because they see us as kids doesn't mean we don't go through a lot of stuff, you know, like what Selah said. We have a lot of stress, you know, from school, from social media, and it's hard to cut that out, you know, because
oh, I have a thing. Also because, you know, like parents be like, when I was growing up, I didn't get to do this, do that, but you know, we're in a different generation, so that world that you were growing up in is not the same as today's world. We have more things like to be, not saying like more things to be worried about, but a lot of things happen just today. Like, you know, a lot of things happen in today's world. So like, I just feel like we have the parents, like they could like condition themselves to like raising us to fit this world because it's not like the same.
Well, something else I noticed is that, well, you always want your children to do better. Like, you want your children to have more than what you had. So when you achieve that, I don't think that parents should kind of flip that on the kids. Like, you know, if you want to bless your kids, then bless your kids. But if you want to say, well, when I was growing up, I didn't have this, that, and the third, and, you know, you're kind of, you know, I mean, privileged, yes, of course, but I don't think that they should take that as, well, you're spoiled, et cetera, because that's, you know, you want your kids to have more than what you had, and you want that for your children. So does anyone have any other thoughts?
I feel like that's pretty much all of it. What about, have you ever witnessed or experienced unfair treatment because of your age or gender?
Well, my age, probably just because, well, we're still young, so the only experience I've had, like, discrimination against, like, my age would probably just when people don't take me, like, seriously or things like that. But you just have to prove them wrong. And, like, you know, you're still mature for your age. Usually people say that anyway. So I think I get over that pretty easily. Anyone else?
No.
Have y'all faced any discrimination?
No. Other than people just like what you said, my age, they be like, oh, you're not going to understand this, you're too young. But, like, I feel like I'm very capable of understanding regardless of my age because my you know.
Yeah, I agree.
So how have you enjoyed the camp? Like, what have you learned and picked up?
I feel like this camp has been really fun and more people should come. I learned how to do my resume and what else did I learn? And learning, like, all the tech stuff that I really didn't know before, and I'm finding out that I'm actually interested in. What about you?
Well, I also learned from, like, a financial standpoint how to save and how to your entrepreneurship portion, like how to start my business and make sure that it's successful, like not just start it, but actually make sure that I can scale it. So what else have y'all learned?
I've learned, like, different parts of the entrepreneurship, like, so, like, when you're creating your business, like, what you should do with your money. You should, like, invest, save, you know, spend a little bit on your products and stuff, but, like, make sure that you're saving and you're gonna keep growing in your business, stuff like that.
Right.
Yes,
what about you?
I really love this camp. You know, I've been a part of it for every single year they do it. I've been learning a lot about, like, finances. You know, I feel like it's a great age to learn about it, you know, because it's very important once you grow up. But
So does this encourage any of you to actually start a business and be an entrepreneur?
Yes, it does.
Does it?
Yes.
So do you guys have a business?
I have a business. I have a bodybuilder business called K Jordan Creatives.
Is that how we can find you on?
Yes, at Instagram and TikTok.
Okay, what about you?
I have a hair page where I do, like, hair, nails, henna. Still in the works, but, you know, I think the ad is styled by Trinity.
Okay.
Trinity, Trini.
Is that on Instagram?
Yes, it's on Instagram only.
Okay. Do you?
not yet. I'm thinking about starting one.
What kind of
Probably
business would
just,
you go
like,
into?
Probably a dessert or cookie business just to, like,
Okay.
start, you know.
Yeah. So personally, I've been trying to start my hair business. That's styled by Selah on Instagram. But this camp has definitely showed me how, well, when you start a business, you kind of just look at this is what I'm doing. I'm looking for a profit standpoint. But this actually shows me the depths of the professional stuff, the LLC, how I can actually make money, save my money, invest my money. So,
Yes, and make sure to put money back into your business so it can grow.
So how do you think that the summer camp is helping you personally?
Personally, I feel like it's going to help me, like you said, the financial part, because people really don't tell you about, like, how to stay out of debt, and especially how much money not to spend on your card and stuff like that. So I feel like it's going to help me in the long run because I kind of got like a head start on.
Right. It's something that they definitely should teach in school, but they
Right.
don't. What about you personally?
Personally, I feel like this camp, like, it helps mentally as well because, like, the affirmations we say starting in the morning,
Right.
It helps you, like, speak into existence and, like, let you know that you are that girl.
Literally.
Yes. Like,
Yes. What about you?
It definitely has helped me get better as a girl, mentally and physically. We've learned a lot of valuable life lessons, and it's going to continue to stay that way.
Right. I think definitely the affirmations, just speaking and reaffirming yourself. And going back to the whole social media thing, I think that's just important. If you're going to be on social media, period, you have to know who you are because it's going to be a lot of outside noise. And you can't let that bother you. Like, you have to still have that in you, knowing, like, okay, I know that. And, I'm this is what you spiritually, like, this is what who God says I am, etc., etc. Like, even if you're not into that, just speaking into yourself all the time, like, and reaffirming who you are despite what outside noise may try to say.
Yes, I know y'all said you have a hair page, or you're starting to make one. What inspired you to start your journey?
Oh, I've been doing my hair since 4th grade. So, like when I was doing my hair, it wasn't always like looking good, But, when I started like getting better and I still have room for improvement, I like the feeling that looking good with my hair made me feel. And I want to give that feeling to others. Yeah.
Yes. Kind of similar, like, I also had to learn how to do my own hair. And I also wanted to share that feeling because, when you look good, you feel good.
Definitely.
You're confident, and you can give girls that confidence. I say, why not? What about you? Like, what is motivating you to want to start a business?
I really can't think of any reason. Honestly, I guess I just want to make treats for others,
It's something you're passionate about, like you find interest in doing it?
Like, you like baking?
Who introduced you to baking, or did you just like find it?
It's both. And yes, I really like baking. My sister, she cooks a lot. You can actually find her on Instagram. Her user is kitchenken_. She cooks and bakes a lot, and she just inspired me like so much, And so I just really loved baking. Along with my stepmom too, she does that kind of stuff, but she's not on Instagram. And so, I find it more as a hobby, and I just want to like just show others what I do.
So what's some advice that you would give to like your younger self, even though we're still like kids, but what would you give yourself, some advice you'd give to yourself, like even just like last year or in the following last year's?
Continue to stay bubbly. Do not let nobody dim your personality. Like, don't let what they be like, oh, you too happy, you too energetic. No, stay energetic.
Right. Right. What about you?
I feel like I used to not always be shy, but I started to get shy over the years. So I would just tell her to not care about what people think. In a sense. Yes.
That's good. What about you?
Do not listen to other people. There's going to be fake people everywhere. And I've listened to other people who said, like, I'm too immature. I'm too, too happy, too energetic, when I'm just being myself. So don't listen to other people.
Right. Yeah, I agree with what y'all would say. I would just say that you have to, like I said, know who you are. You can't let anybody tell you any differently. Like, and then also, like, stay grounded, because stuff will always try to take you off your course. You have to stay grounded. You have to stay focused. And that's pretty much, like, the gist of what I've learned in the past year. Also, like, how do you handle, like, when people try to bring you into, like, drama and stuff?
I feel like I'll try to help as much as I can, but without inputting, like, negativity. Like, trying to give them, like, a solution and not amping up the actual problem, or, like, if they're trying to have a disagreement out loud, like.
So just mediate?
Yes.
Basically. Right. What about you?
I'm not like a drama fan or nothing, but like, if like, most of the time I ignore it. But like, if they're like continue, like they keep going, I'd be like, okay, look, I don't even care that much. Like, can we just let it go? I'm like,
right.
I try to be the peacemaker for real, and sometimes.
What about you?
What was the question you guys asked? I'm sorry.
Like, what do you do when people try to bring you into drama?
I really try my best to avoid it, but sometimes I, like, try to intervene. Is that the word? I try to, like, just figure out what's the problem, because, we really don't have to use violence. I just want to
right.
see what's the problem.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think people are getting way too comfortable getting physical about every little thing. Like,
why are we fighting?
Can we talk it out? Like, chill. But yeah, I really try to stay out of drama. I think I've done a pretty good job, but you know, it's some instances where it just seems unavoidable, and you just have to understand, like, this is very small. Like, you have to remove yourself. Yeah, stuff can seem way bigger than it actually is and take you off course, but, you know, like I said. But we thank you guys for tuning in. Again, my name is Selah. You can find me on Instagram at Selah El Shaddai. And then
My name's Khloe, and you can find me on Instagram at Khloe V, Khloe with a K.
My name is Trinity. You can find me on Instagram at LayNicoleYaa. So LayNicoleYaa.
And my name's Elise. You can find me on Instagram at Elise, ELISE.HMBA.
thank you for joining us. We'll see you guys next time. Toodles.
Bye-bye.